Hey guys, Stephen Gilbert here with SoulWeb.org, where internet marketing meets integrity. Now, I actually have family here, so I've got to make this kind of quick. But I found this really awesome course that's launching on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern that you guys are really going to love. And I've put together a unique bonus that's only available for me that pretty much makes it super simple and super easy. Now, what I've done is I've done an interview for this, but because this guy is working full time while also making money doing this, he can only interview me on his lunch break, so there's no video or anything like that. So I was able to get a few minutes of his time to talk about this, which is great because you guys are absolutely gonna love it. I mean, he's making $2,000 to $3,000 a month passively, and it's really cool. So let's jump right into the interview. I want you guys to see how cool this is, and at the end, be here at 11 a.m. Eastern on Sunday because that's going to give you the biggest discount and it's going to give you my unique bonus that's only available for me. So let's jump right in, guys. Talk to you soon. Hey guys, Stephen Gilbert here with SoulWeb.org, where internet marketing meets integrity. And on today's show, I have a very special guest. Now, you guys know I don't normally do interviews. And the times that I do interviews, it's for something that's really, really special. And that's exactly what we have. So, John, how you doing? Welcome to the show.
I'm doing good. Thanks for having me.
Hey man, no, thanks for taking the time out of your busy day. So, the way I understand it, you've come up with a really unique and simple way to make what $1,000 or so a month, maybe a little more. Is that right?
Yeah, right now I've really been averaging around 1,000 to 3,000 a month. Depending on how well each platform does, and just kind of some of my own promotions, some of the things that I've been able to do with these marketplaces.
hmm I didn't see that. I think that's what sounds really cool. So let me ask you this: what makes what you're doing unique? Like, what makes it stand out? Like, why is this special?
So I guess the biggest thing with this is that you could go out there today and you could go on the Warrior Forum and just simply create your own WSO product like an ebook. But if you don't have affiliates, you don't really have connections, an email list. The WSO on its own, unless it's some really, really killer product, maybe a software product or something, I just feel like it's just going to fall on its face and it's not really going to do all that hot without, really just some of that backing support that you need. And I know for a lot of people starting out, they don't have an email list or they don't have like a blog with thousands of people visiting it every day. And what's so unique about this is that you can really, you could literally today go out there, create a course on one of these platforms, and they will market it for you for the better part of throughout their platform. Of
hmm
course, you do have to do some of it on your own, but I share some methods on that and some simple things you can do without really. I don't even really have much of an email list outside of these marketplaces.
Right. Now, when you say product, that kind of sounds scary, right? That would scare me if I was new. But from what I understand, you don't actually mean product. Like these sites, they're paying people to basically post content that teaches other people how to do things. So, like, I could essentially put up a video that teaches someone how to type fast and get paid for that, right?
Yeah, so I mean, I guess product might not be the best word. I'd say more video content. So, you've got these creators on YouTube, but if you were to, take something that you would create instead of putting it on YouTube and, maybe monetizing it with the, like the ads and things like that, you could technically put it up into a kind of a syllabus of some kind, something where you formalize it. You split it up into several short, like 3 to 5 minute videos, and you've got a short course that you can put up on one of these platforms.
And then the way I understand it, these platforms do all the promoting so that you don't have to have any affiliates and then you get paid. And I think what I think is so cool about this is like I was looking at a video and the lady was showing me how to cook a lasagna, right? Like how to cook a southern lasagna. That was her course, and she's getting paid for that. Because a lot of times people are like, well, I don't know what I would teach people, or I don't know what I would create or show. Well, what I think what's cool about this site is you just teach them something you're good at. I mean, everybody has something that they're good at, right? Maybe you make the world's best chili, or maybe you're really good at drawing. You could essentially put together a video of you doing that and teaching others how to do that, and then get paid for it, right?
Yeah, exactly. So I'll give you an example, and you kind of just hit the nail on the head here. My girlfriend, who knows nothing about internet marketing, she's not involved in any of this stuff, has no desire or interest. I basically asked her, let's do a cooking course. And we made a course on how to make an epic apple crisp, is what we called it. And it was literally a 15-minute. We just split it into short videos. I recorded it for her. I used my own cell phone to do the recording. We didn't have any professional equipment. All we did was clean our kitchen, prepare the ingredients, and we did a very short like PowerPoint slide that just showed the ingredient list. We just put it together in like 10 minutes. And I had her read it off, and then she did kind of most of the action while I explained what was going on, and she kind of, explained it as well. And they did what's called a new teacher challenge, where if you're a first time teacher, you get $100. And that particular month, they had a bonus going on where if you taught a culinary course, you would earn another $100. So she got $200, which you'll see if you go to the Video Course Cash Kit sales page. You'll see a photo of my girlfriend Brenda holding up her cell phone with the $200 she got from Skillshare. And they actually just did their second payout. And she didn't do any marketing, any promotion. The course got over 100 students. So she's got about 100 followers, 100 students on the one course. And now I think they just paid her out about $70. Wow. For the second month. So it's pretty awesome, for someone who literally just started out. She's almost made $300 from this.
Yeah, and see, this is perfect for my listeners, because what I always encourage my readers to do, and my listeners, is I always tell them you need to have a way to make a little bit of money so that you're not taking money from your real life that you need to spend on real life responsibilities and putting it into your IM business. You need to find a way to earn. Now, for me, when I started, it was typing. I would type and I would transcribe and I would get paid for doing that, and then I would reinvest that into things like paid traffic or softwares that I needed. And it was perfect, right? Because I didn't have to take what little money I was getting from unemployment and put it online. And so with this, I think it's great for everyone, but I think what's going to throw people off is, oh gosh, I don't want to make a video. Well, here's the thing, guys. I've actually put together a bonus that's going to give you a list of the best video creators that will make you a video for as little as $5. So all you have to do... Oh, got a police siren there.
Yeah, sorry about that.
What'd you do? Are they after you?
Wasn't me.
Yeah, I'm sure. But anyway, as I was saying, I know some people are going to be, worried about making videos. So I've compiled a list of people who will make videos for as little as $5. Now, obviously, the longer the video gets, the more it costs. But like you just said, they run one of the sites that you share this video on runs promotions where they pay you to make certain types of videos. So you can essentially immediately make that money back and then some. So if you're afraid of videos and making them yourself, don't be, because I'm going to hook you up with people who can make this for you. Now, another question. What would you say, like, who do you think is going to benefit most from getting your product? Like, for me, I think it's going to be anyone who immediately wants to, kind of start getting that revenue that they can invest in their business. But who do you think this is best for?
I would say people that, feel like they've maybe struggled, like they've tried a lot of different products and they just, they bought things on the internet from the Word Forum or other places, tried a lot of different things and they just don't really feel like they're getting traction. Maybe they're kind of falling into that shiny object syndrome. For me, I just kind of felt like, I had something sort of occurred to me, and I'll share this with your audience, is I found over a period of time, that it kind of felt like the internet marketing game was like a loop to me. Everybody just seemed to be teaching me something, and I felt like that was how people were making a lot of their money.
And it is.
At least
it is.
It is, yeah. So I felt like this huge loop, and when I finally realized that, and I was like, wow, I keep paying for these courses, and I had spent up to $1,000 on some of these courses, and I realized, why don't I take some of these things I've learned? You could pick up some of these products and learn things that you could reteach in your own video course. And something to keep in mind too is that I even just recently released a very basic beginner course on how to start a WordPress blog, and you can find free content for that all over the internet. I mean, it's literally one of the most common things you could find taught. And I still have 150 students in there. The reason I decided to do it was because I knew some people would want to hear it from me and not from somebody else.
And see,
Um,
I think that's brilliant. The fact that you can take content that's already out there and then go through it, learn it, and then just reteach it yourself, upload the video, and start getting students.
exactly. I mean, don't be afraid to, don't steal someone's course, but obviously if you saw an idea, I mean, I actually saw someone put out a course about WordPress security, and I said to myself, well, I've learned a lot about that because I had to take down some viruses out of my sites, and I could do a pretty good course, a little mini course on that.
Yeah, absolutely. Actually, as I was going through your course that you've just created and looking at all this, I've actually decided I'm going to upload a couple videos myself about email marketing because that's like my favorite thing. And so I was like, dude, this is just another way to make passive revenue. And for people who aren't making any revenue, it's a way that they can start to. That way they can use the money they make from this to reinvest. So I think this is really just perfect for everyone. Let me ask you this: what kind of proof do you have on the sales page, like income proof? You're gonna have like video proof or images, and how much is it? Like how much total are you making?
So for me, I mean, I've been doing this for a couple of years, so it didn't happen overnight. As
Right.
with anything you pick up, it's not going to happen overnight. But with Skillshare, that's a place where you could get started, and they're running a June promotion right now. They change it every month, so I don't know what it's going to be next month. But the worst case would be you win some prizes. You potentially win something, maybe a free year of premium membership, which would normally be $10 a month, would be the worst case, I'd think. But essentially, my girlfriend did this and she was able to make, that $200 initially. In terms of what I've been doing, I have made about $14,000 almost on Udemy over the span of 2 years. I recently just had a lot of different new platforms, up and comers, approach me. Even this month, I had one basically say, "Hey, we like 9 of these courses you have on Udemy," and they asked if they could buy them for non-exclusive rights. So I was able to sell my courses to them. I don't make commissions; they can sell them on my behalf, basically. And I made about $3,000 from that. I'm also selling on another platform called Amazing.com, where they do kind of a pay per watch, pay per minute.
Hmm.
As people watch my courses, I make money. I've been averaging around $300 to $400 on there. I've only got a few courses up there, so I've been uploading more. That could scale up quite quickly. And then Skillshare has been averaging pretty well, around anywhere from 500 to 1,000 a month. Started out a little bit slower, but I had a lot of courses to like get going, and as the student following built, they started paying me more.
That's awesome. So basically, you can create one course and put it on multiple platforms. Is that right?
Yeah, I mean, the one thing I would even keep in mind, and I've made this mistake, is if you record a course on Udemy, don't mention Udemy in the videos. Don't mention any of the platforms because
Hmm.
the other platforms don't like to hear. I actually have to go redo 4 of my introduction lectures for courses I just provided to another company. And that's just more time I need to worry about redoing something I
Hmm.
wouldn't otherwise have had to deal with.
Yeah, and what I like about this is that for people who are listening, guys, you can make a video over anything. You could talk about your favorite subjects, or you could take the other approach and find, information that's already out there and repurpose it and create your own lessons and training around that. And then it's basically passive autopilot because they do all the marketing. And for a lot of people, the marketing is where they get caught up because it's not easy. It's not easy getting affiliates. It's not easy doing paid traffic. So when you can put together a course over one of your favorite topics and upload it in 4 or 5 different places, guys, that is that passive income I am always talking about. It is going to get you started on the road to full time online, just like I am. And I mean, yeah, it doesn't sound like a lot. It doesn't sound like millions. But dude, even if you just make $200 or $300 a month, that's a car payment. That's a week's worth of groceries. So
Exactly.
that's huge, and I feel like a lot of people underestimate that the value of even just a little bit of money, especially if it's all passive. Especially if these sites do all the hard marketing and footwork for you. So I think everyone's really going to love this. Now, just a couple more questions here because I know you're short on time. Um, I know you've already said it, but what's the name of your product? And
It's called
oh, go ahead.
it's called Video Course Cash Kit.
Video Course Cash Kit. And when does it launch? What day and what time?
It is launching on Sunday, June 19th at 11 a.m.
Okay, that's cool. And will there be like an early bird discount or anything for people who are there right when it
I
opens?
think we're just kind of doing the basic, how it's going to run for 3 days, and once that time frame is up, we're going to be potentially increasing the price. I don't know if there's necessarily any early birds going on.
Okay, I'll ask Mike from Maine, your partner, and see if he knows. Because like sometimes I think the way he sets it up is they occasionally do like an early bird for like the first 3 hours, so that there's like a slight discount, and then the price continues to go up over the 3 days. So if you guys are interested in this at all, you definitely want to be here at that time, Sunday at 11, right?
Yep.
Okay, cool. Now, what's inside the product? Like, what kind of training is included, and what do they get?
Sure. So it's about 60 total videos. So it's
Hmm.
pretty comprehensive. Most of the videos, I like to make them shorter, 2 to 5 minutes each, just so they're easier to consume. You're not feeling overwhelmed with like an hour long, video. Basically, what I do is I pretty much break down all the platforms. I dig a little bit deeper into Udemy and Skillshare, talk about all the equipment that you need, just kind of things that I've learned throughout the whole process of me doing this stuff, how to organize your files, how to kind of set things up so you can easily get them on these other platforms, and then really just kind of some of the basic promotion stuff that I've done through forums, creating coupon codes. I even give away some of my courses for free fairly often, just to kind of drive that perception up.
Hmm.
If you look at those Amazon products that have 500 reviews and another product that's in a similar competitor market, obviously you're going to pick the one with reviews. So I'll sometimes give away courses to drive up reviews, give a perception that course is popular, and that seems to have worked really well for me.
Hmm.
So I've been doing a lot of that, and pretty much just all around everything that I know about course creation using these marketplaces. And on
That's
top of
cool.
that, I also include a couple interviews with other successful Skillshare and Udemy instructors, one of whom is doing over $3,000 a month on Skillshare right now.
Man, that's actually like a full-time job. That's really cool.
Yeah. Yep.
That's awesome. Now, how much is it going to cost?
The initial product is going to be $27, and you're going to
Hmm.
get like 50 resale rights. So you could actually take the product and resell it to your own list, through your own products as a bonus,
Hmm.
however you want to do it, maybe on an internet marketing forum. And there's also some other upsell opportunities where you could get really good deals on some other software that Brett and Mike have done.
Yeah, that's another thing I like to talk about. Is everything they need to do this correctly going to be included in the front end, right? Like they do not have to buy the OTOs, right?
Yeah, no, you do not. If you get one of the OTOs, there is an unlimited reseller license for $67. And the other products are, one of them is a product that allows you to do some pretty creative stuff with links you create, such
Hmm.
as, like affiliate links or sales pages for your own website. And then you've also got the Profit Canvas product, which is a pretty built out, I believe, landing page creator that Mike launched a while back.
Yeah, yeah, I remember that. That's really cool. So from what it sounds like, we'll just let that truck pass. All right.
Yeah, big trucks going by here.
So from what it sounds like, everything they need is in the front end, and the upsells are just optional that kind of benefit, you know, the course. So they everything they're going to get everything they need, whether they buy the upsells or not. That's good. That's what I wanted to make sure.
Yep.
Now, last question. Is there any final thing you'd like to say, or like any kind of words of wisdom, or words of inspiration, or perhaps like a personal story you'd like to share before we go?
Sure, I'll give you a couple things. You mentioned earlier, people, obviously you're giving away that bonus, and that's killer for sure. I'll tell you right now, my girlfriend was super afraid to do this. The first time we went to record it, everything was ready to go, and literally the whole kitchen was clean, had all the ingredients ready, and she just became camera shy. She actually broke down and really couldn't, couldn't do the recording. Was just deathly afraid of it. And I know there's guys out there listening to this that are going to be in that same position, like
Hmm.
they don't want to get in front of a camera. Find someone that you know who's willing to maybe do a little bit of the talking for you. I mean, we did this course together, and she just did everything. I don't know how to cook really. So she just kind of had everything prepared, and I just described it the best that I could based on, hey, add half a cup of water. And, she would just do the actions and I would record. And she got enough, kind of comfortable after we did the whole process. She realized how easy it was, and then actually was willing to do a screen share kind of Camtasia, like, doing the reading out the recipe list for a different video. So she kind of became more confident. Like, you have to be willing to go out there and give it a shot. Any other advice I wanted to give is really just go out there and be willing to take some action with this. I mean, even if you just create that one course on Skillshare, whether or not you're able to do it by the end of June, something real simple, doesn't have to be super long, could be 15 minutes, and you can make that first $100, and then turn that into a little passive income stream each month. I mean, you just kind of have to have enough motivation to go out there and do it. I would say, for any people out there that are really kind of struggling online, I mean, this has just kind of been something that's worked for me, even after picking up, hundreds of products and trying all kinds of different things and failing and failing and failing. This was the one thing that finally worked for me.
Cool, man. That's so cool. And yeah, I actually had the exact same experience when it came to videos. I remember when I first started trying to make them, I was so nervous. You could hear it in my voice. I was so nervous. And then I got over that. But I still didn't want to be on camera. I actually didn't start being on camera until like a year and a half ago because I was just nervous, just nervous. But what you find out is if you just be yourself, it tends to go away and fade, and it becomes a lot more natural and easy. And for those of you who are like, nope, I'm still too scared, well, like I said, guys, I'm gonna have that bonus for you. So all you have to do is come up with the content and then pay someone else to make the video and read it. And of course, they're all affordable. So, dude, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for having me.
Yep. So video course Crash Kit goes live on Sunday at 11 a.m. Eastern. Be here then, guys. You'll not only get my bonus, but I'm pretty sure there'll be an early bird discount, but I'll confirm that with Mike and put a link below the video. So thanks for your time, John. It's been a pleasure.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you, man. Have a good day.